Going on to you Geminis out there. So you Geminis have the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords, and you Geminis have the World. So these three cards right here is about how you Geminis are protecting yourself from people who are very much so all over the place. They don't know whether or not they're coming or going. One minute they like you, the next minute, the two of you can't seem to get along. There's also a sense of you. There's also a sense of you Geminis needing to close certain doors, because a lot of you are realizing that the best thing for you to do is to not keep holding on to people that are going to essentially give you a headache. And what I mean by that is make things difficult for you, right? And I've talked about this sometime before. You can't create a great relationship with somebody that is going to give you a hard time. How many times have you Geminis probably told people to chill out? And they didn't want to listen. They wanted to make things difficult for you. You can't build a good relationship with somebody who thinks like that. You can't. And the reason why is because the two of you are already at odds. You will want this person to support you and be there for you, right? And share these type of times with you, that level of quality time. And they're making it a point to vanish and not be there. Not be there, right? So, you can't build a relationship with somebody like that. So there's definitely a sense of you Geminis closing that door, because you don't really care about having to stay connected with someone that is going to make it difficult to actually be there. You understand what I'm saying? Because it is difficult to build a relationship with somebody like that. It's impossible. So a lot of you Geminis are understanding. So, this person, okay, they're running game. Okay. Okay, this person is running game. All right. So, okay. No, I know what their plan is now. Okay. So, essentially what's going on here is a lot of you Geminis are protecting yourself from that. And like it is, I said before, you don't want anything to do with that whatsoever. A lot of you are very much so done with needing to prove yourself to another person. Now, you will end up proving yourself as a side effect whenever it is that you show up and you bring value. That's what we're all doing. We're showing and we're proving ourselves. But you won't have to do it with such a chip on your shoulder, right? From the perspective of needing to prove yourself without ever actually having successfully done that. And the thing is that this is what a lot of you Geminis are freeing yourselves up from. The Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles, no less, is about you freeing yourself from, like I said, freeing yourself from even the stigma of not being in a relationship. No one is guaranteed one. No matter how great you are, no one is guaranteed one. The better you are, the more difficult it will be to get into one, because the vast majority of the options out here is not very good options at all. It's very dysfunctional and broken people trying to masquerade as healed individuals. So because of this, because they can masquerade themselves, a lot of you Geminis are aware of this. And, it's better to wait than to pick a dysfunctional person. It is. Because you're not accumulating all that unnecessary emotional damage. No, I'm just playing. You're not accumulating that. You're not accumulating the damage that comes with hanging out with a dysfunctional individual, right? You'd rather just be by yourself and heal. When you're by yourself, you heal. You understand what I'm saying? As a single individual. And a lot of you Geminis are doing just that. You're healing. The Eight of Pentacles is that you have other purposes that you can carry out that you are doing, other projects that you're doing, and you're doing it. The Wheel of Fortune represents, and you're, like I said, you're getting off of the hamster wheel that other people have you or try to have you on, right? The constant need to validate them and be there whenever it is that they, whenever they want you to be available, right? They have learned that love is asymmetrical. No, it's not. No, it's not. A love that is asymmetrical is not love at all. Even if it is love, it's a parasitic form of love. It's a parasocial form of love where one side has to unfortunately try to take advantage of the other side. That's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how things are. So with that being said, right, love is symmetrical, right? It is a two-way street. A person has to show you love, right? The person has to tell you that out loud, and the person has to show you love. If they can't really do that, if they're not meant to be trusted, if they're not proving themselves as trustworthy or anything like that, then you know that you can't really take them seriously. The ideology that this person, that people have tried to get you to think that love is asymmetrical, it wasn't just about understanding that love is asymmetrical. It was about accepting it. It's trash, So the thing is that the Nine of Cups represents how, and that's the thing that's messing up a lot of people right now, specifically the people that know you, that went out with you, that hung out with you, that know you. They deserve to be in a position that they're in right now, where they're thinking a lot about you, but they don't have you. And the reason why is because they didn't do right by you when they should have. They could have. So the thing is that the Knight of Cups now, right? The Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands is all about how, since that's the case, this is more so about you actually doing what brings you peace and what puts you in a position where you're actually peaceful. You're at peace with yourself. You're at peace with your surroundings. You're living your life. You're mingling with other people, trying to get to know them romantically. So you're not sitting around and waiting, and you're actually trying to date and see what happens. I know a lot of you Geminis right now, and just people in general that are not Geminis, that are still dating, trying to find out what's going on, trying to essentially keep their hopes up in dating and trying to see what's going on. And a lot of you are not going to let the fact that certain things didn't necessarily work out for you really get you down or any of that type of stuff. You Geminis are going to continue to put your best foot forward and see what's going on, right? And try to see if you can actually get someone, that is a very good match for you, right? And this is another reason too why it is that I do not personally suggest to have more than one partner in that sense, unless it's absolutely necessary, because when you have another person, there's no guarantee that, when you're dating another person while you already have somebody that knows about it, it can get stressful because you don't want to not work out with the other person that you could have. And then the next thing you know, you bringing home that stress to the other person, especially if it didn't even have anything to do, with you and your partner, right? So it's like, or them to you. So it's like, I don't necessarily suggest that people out here play the field. I take another person up, but there really has to be group activities above all else. And if the two of them want to be separated, right, your partners and everything like that, then just be honest with it. And there's a whole lot of compartmentalizing. You can't bring home the baggage that one person gave to you in a relationship to the other person, and it's not going to work, right? And if you do, it's going to have to be very constructive. It's going to have to be very constructive. It's not going to be, in a situation where you know, you can afford to stress the other person out, or the person can afford to stress you out. Overall, what it is that I'm seeing here is that you are essentially getting to know a lot of people, not necessarily smashing, but it's much more about you're playing the field and trying to get to know other people because you're single. So no one right has necessarily claimed you, right? To say that the two of you are actually going out really like that and y'all are tight knit, because you haven't really met anybody right now that you can be close and tight knit and monogamous with. It's, you know, there's nothing really set in stone. There's nothing really actually happening here. You know, so it's a lot of things that's up in the air. So you Geminis are trying to clarify certain things. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, right? The two of you are still trying to create titles as to what the two of you actually are. And sometimes people will say things like, oh, don't put titles on it. No, that's hogwash. You should. All successful relationships put title on what the stage of what the relationship actually is. You have to. Because when a person, my dear Gemini, tells you that they don't want to have titles on it, what they're trying to say is that they're not trustworthy. These are writings on the wall that you need to watch out for and stay away from, because those are the type of people that are letting you know that they're not going to be there for you because we're not in a relationship, but I'm going to get jealous if you actually go and you be in a relationship with somebody else that's healthy. They want to claim you, right? And they want possession and ownership of you, but they don't want to actually claim you the correct way. All of that, that's what I'm saying. These are excuses that people be given. These are excuses that people be given. Stuff like, these are some of the things that you Geminis got to watch out for now that y'all are out here getting to know other people, right? Romantically. If you're getting to know someone and they say that you expect too much, if someone says, oh, they don't like putting labels, these are serious problems that another person has. If a person says, right, that when you're trying to ask them questions to find out about them, run. When they say things like you're expecting too much, run. If they say things like in another scenario that they don't like putting labels on, it means that this person likes things to be confusing. This is why their relationship life is trash. This is why their life is probably trash overall. Because what they're telling you is they got all kind of emotional issues that they haven't worked to resolve, and they're not gonna work to resolve it because they think that they could party it away. They think that they could smash it away, right? If you know what I mean, romantically. They think that all types of things can be worked away other than them actually confronting it. And we both know that's not actually gonna work. So let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Oh, and excuse me, the last card that you have is the Chariot. The Chariot represents some difficulties that you're going to have as you date, but you're prepared. You Geminis, are prepared. You're definitely prepared to understand when someone is a good match, when someone is not a very good match. So let's clarify. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Chariot. Clarify the Chariot. Let's clarify. So to clarify the Chariot, you have the King of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Justice, and then you have the Six of Pentacles right here. So the King of Wands and the Nine of Cups, to clarify things for the Chariot, is about how they're going to tell you all types of goofy nonsense. What I suggest you Geminis to do is to, again, if something doesn't sit right with you, if it's something real, I'm not talking about the color that the person is wearing that day, if they're wearing plaid, right? If the person really is showing you flaws about their character, then it's probably it's a good idea that you run away from them, right? You just stay away. The Queen of Swords and the Justice represents because what they're planning on doing is you're going to have a whole lot of problems with them later in the future, and that you have to be truthful to yourself about the observations that you have made about another person, right? when it comes to dating and mating and relationships, you have to walk into it with a clear head, but it also has to be built with truth, built upon and with truth. The Six of Pentacles, right? And relationships have to be a two-way street. It can't be a situation where you Geminis are the ones that's doing primarily the work and they're not doing the work at all. It can't be like that. It can't be like that whatsoever. It's a two-way street. So the two of you have to actually put in the work. If you Gemini see that this person is not very, they're spotty, they're not very consistent with showing up, being right, being there for you, telling you the truth, being reliable. Everybody wants to clown on people who are reliable. That's stupid. You don't go into a business, right, trying to get a service done and then it's spotty. It's unreliable. The success rate of the business that you put your money into is 50-50. It's 40-60. 40% you're going to actually be successful. 60% of the times these people don't know what they're doing. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You know, let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Wands, Five of Cups, and then you have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords to clarify the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles represents not just playing the field, but the Three of Pentacles represents you Geminis looking for someone that actually cares to be in a functional monogamous relationship with you. The Ten of Cups and the Two of Wands is about how, well, that comes from a matter of free will. A person is going to have to want to be in a relationship that's monogamous. And if they can't be direct with you, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be monogamous. They just have to be very straightforward and transparent about what it is that they want, because there's a lane open for everyone. But again, this is what I mean when I say that people will say things like they don't want to put any kind of narratives or titles on it. What they're saying is that they want a monogamous relationship. But again, these are not people for you to take seriously, because they too chicken squat to even say that. So you can't take them very seriously. And then the thing is that the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords, there has to be good communication between the two of you, and that, you know, there will be regrets if the communication is terrible, if the interactions between yourself if it's difficult, if it seems like it's a power struggle, because it is, then it means that the two of you are not really compatible. You and them have different value systems. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which represents how, and just be mindful of any kind of real serious issue, right? Real issues, real character flaws, not, you know, because sometimes, that the internet has made a real stupid habit of trying to make any little thing seem like it's a big problem than what it actually is. You know, if a person puts their left hand on the steering wheel while they drive, instead of their right hand on the steering wheel while they drive, it's a problem. You know, that's a deal breaker to not date somebody or whatnot. It's like, but what if the person's left-handed? Huh? You know, that type of stupid stuff. But anyway, overall, this is a very good reading for you Geminis. Y'all are out here just trying to date different people, not smashing, not really getting too involved like that, but much more trying to see what's going on, see what's out here, and trying to really find someone that's very compatible for you Geminis. And all it is that you need to do is just pay attention to who they are. Be yourselves. Be the lion or the lioness that you are, right? Stop listening to these dating coaches, or stop feeling like you have to have game, and, you know, don't feel the pressure of the peer pressure to the only way that you're going to get results of what you want is to be dysfunctional and all that. That's not really even true, because at the end of the day, a person who's not really a lion or a lioness, or not really serious about a relationship, they're going to find all kind of ways to sabotage the relationship with their terrible behavior and their whacked out thinking. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to grow this YouTube channel to 20,000 and above. I don't really have an upper limit. 20,000 is just a kind of like a benchmark. It's kind of like a milestone. But please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Please watch as many of my Gemini videos as you would like. Sometimes I get people in the comment section and they'll say things like, well, I'm watching the video, appreciate it. And I'll tell them, not only do I appreciate it, but please, welcome. Watch as many videos as you would like. Watch as many as you would like. I'm not restricting it to only Gemini. Watch whatever it is that you want on my channel. But please watch the whole video through. You know, it would greatly help my channel out. Appreciate you. And there's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's ways to get a personal reading from me. Please come through and get a personal reading, right? Like, you know, again, for some reason, people will visit the website and like they'll contact me, but then they'll disappear when there's time for them to give them money or whatnot so I can give them a reading. I'm not going to steal your money. I've given hundreds of tarot readings, probably thousands. I don't know, but hundreds of tarot readings. I lost count over the years. And nobody can be like, oh, I just took the money and left. Right? When I got their number, I just took the money and left. You know what I'm saying? I've even given tarot readings to other tarot readers here on YouTube. Shout outs to them, by the way. They can't say that I just took the money and left. You know what I'm saying? Just took the money. Oh well, you know. So please, you know, show some love. You know, I could always definitely use the money. Show some love and to help me out. Appreciate you.